Rising Storm 2 Vietnam, which is, I played a little bit of that. It's a pretty fun shooter. Requires a little bit more teamwork and stuff maybe than your average one. You gotta actually stick with your squads and listen to kind of like commander person organizing the attacks and stuff. But it's pretty fun. Some interesting tactics and stuff in different roles of the soldiers. Then coming up we have Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, October 15th to 22. I haven't played that one. I think the reviews, the general consensus is maybe a little bit worse than the first one. But I really like the first one, so I would give that a shot at some point. Good for Halloween coming up. And Kingdom New Lands coming up as well, unlocking the same day. That's pretty good, like a side-scroller strategy type game, I guess you could say. I kind of wish it was Kingdom 2 Crowns. I would be excited about that. That's the co-op one I'd like to try out. Alright, moving on, we have Valiant Arts, The Great War, 75% off, so it's only $3.74. And it's mainly a kind of like a, I don't know, maybe a point and click. Well, not really. I don't know. It's like mainly puzzle solving, but some like running through things and reacting to things. Not really platformer, but mainly it is really good for the story. Has a really interesting World War I story. Yeah, that is cool and interesting and emotional. But it's good. Just watch like the trailer for it, and you'll get a pretty good vibe for how it is. The narrator is really good. Over on the Windows Store, I don't know. I'm not excited about this, but it looks. I guess it's not playing it anymore. But it's a weird little beat 'em up game where you're a masked Mexican wrestler, I think, but you kind of look like, I don't know, a Power Ranger mixed with maybe a Mortal Kombat character. But I don't know, I was just looking at it and I was having more fun just trying to. I took like, I don't know, 3, I guess, years of Spanish in high school, but I don't know, I don't think you end up remembering most of it, but I was just having fun trying to decode some of this, because it's all in Spanish. So I got like, what is it? It's like our world. It's like, I don't know, keeping secrets. I think with Guarda, Nuestro Mundo on Guarda Secretos. Something like our world keeps secrets. I'm not sure about this. It's like in the time. Cultos de la Humanidad. That's, what is it? Like hidden from humanity. Something like that. I don't know. I was just going through and like trying to figure out some of this with like my very limited amount of Spanish that I remember. And having fun. There was one that I was looking at and decoded kind of well, I think. Like, I don't think I could speak Spanish, but I can kind of pronunciate the stuff and decode some of it. Some words just end up being really close. racing on Microsoft, their Windows Store right now. More interestingly than that, we have the 60th anniversary Sega sale, and you can just claim Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for free. And then a lot of the other Sonic titles are 75% off, except for the racing for some reason. Maybe that's the newest out of all these. But then moving down the things that interest me more, Three Kingdoms, because they're like the producer for all the Total War games and stuff, so you're gonna see a lot of those. There's actually a free weekend going on for Warhammer 2, and it's pretty cheap. That's 66% off. Is a good sale for that. Let's see if the DLC is on sale as well. Yeah, it looks like it is. A little bit. So that could be, if you're missing out on any of those, a good time to get caught up on DLC as well, because it looks like pretty much, everything is on sale. Except for the Blood and Gore one. Company of Heroes 2, Three Kingdoms, Endless Space 2, and Dawn of War 3. I keep saying that I'll go back and play it at some point, but it has not happened since 2017. But look how cheap it is, 90% off, down to $4. Let's briefly look and see if there's anything else. Rome 2, 75% off the Yakuza games. There's Attila, the original Dawn of War, Thrones of Britannia, I guess the Valkyria Chronicles. Sega's done pretty well for itself as like a publisher. Oh yeah, that comes out next year. I'm interested in that. I want to see. I don't know, Civ 6 was kind of underwhelming to me, so I'd be interested to see how Humankind turns out. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Sega's done pretty well as a publisher. I've liked a lot of the things that they've published after being knocked out of the console wars a long time ago. Super Monkey Ball, Phantasy Star Online. I've actually never heard of this one. Get rid of that tab now. Soul Seraph. Oh, that was not what I was expecting based on the description of building up your city. But okay, maybe you have to go out. Oh, this looks like a completely different game now. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll just retreat back to the safety of the list of games here. Oh, Love Thyself, a Horatio story. That's a weird one. You're playing as, I don't know, one of the Horatio clones or something from, we just, no. Hold on, maybe I should have not closed that one. Now I forgot the name of it. Endless Space, there we go. From Endless Space 2, he's like one of the factions, is that like narcissistic guy that just cloned himself and made a whole empire. Vanquish, remember that looking cool when it came out on like 360 or something. Yeah, as you can see, there's just a ton of things on sale. Even my favorite, the OG Medieval Total War, on sale here. So, very cool. I think we could keep scrolling down through this for a very long time, so go ahead and stop it there. Space Marine's fun. And we'll just move on, but you guys, their whole catalog seems to be on very good sale here, so we're getting into some super OG classic games now. Alright, Amazon for their Amazon/Twitch Prime free game thing added Deadlight Director's Cut, which I probably should try out. It kind of looks to me, just on watching the trailers, I remember it looking kind of like a cross between Limbo and This War of Mine. It's like the vibe and art style I was getting. And they added Kona, which I think is some kind of, I don't know, maybe solving puzzles, adventure type game. First person in like Canada or something. Okay, moving over to GOG, Good Old Games. They have their weekly sale here. Just from looking through it earlier, there's a lot I haven't really heard of. I've heard of this one, but I'm not sure if it's good or not. I think you have to, maybe like survival, you have to keep building up your little ground vehicle that has a wind sail for some reason. Survive that way. West of Dead looked like a fun twin-stick shooter. I haven't heard of a lot of these, but not to say that they are not good. What is the Good Company? We'll take a random look at that. Oh, is it like a business sim? Does always seem fun, but I've played a couple. Not anything to say about this one because I haven't played it, but I don't know. It's not really for me. It ended up being less fun than I would have hoped. Alright. Alex looks fun little RPG. And you got your Kingdom Under Fire games that are pretty cool. I really need to play more of this. I wanted to make some more videos for this channel, but also for another channel for the first impressions ones that I do. And I haven't gone back and done that. But they are pretty fun. I played some of this one already. And I forget which one I played. I played one back in the day. It wasn't either of those two. I don't usually include the PlayStation Store just because I don't check it often or ever, except for these videos because I don't have a PlayStation. But yeah, I kind of went through different phases in my gaming career, I guess. Where in terms of console, I've always played a ton of PC games all the way through, but in terms of console, I guess when I was younger, I had the Nintendo phase with, the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, N64, and then I moved over to like PlayStation after that, and had PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and a PSP. And then after that, moved on, got a Xbox 360, and then Xbox One, and I'm probably not gonna pre-order, but I think I am just gonna move on up at some point to the Xbox One Series X, but not really in a rush to do so. But anyway, back to the PlayStation Store sale we're looking at here. Games of a Generation sale. So there's a lot of games on sale, which is why I chose to include it. Pretty decent ones, a lot of like half off or 30% off, 25, 65, so you got your Witcher here, you got your Red Dead. I think Overwatch isn't that kind of dead. I remember that maybe like last year or something they were giving away that for free to try and boost the numbers. Ghost of Tsushima, that looked cool to me. I'm glad that like some of the PlayStation games that used to be exclusive are starting to move over to like Epic and Steam and stuff. Like the Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain and some sales here. You don't see good console sales nearly as often as you see on Steam, so these are pretty good. But yeah, I'll let you guys look through that if you have a PlayStation and are interested. I don't bring in Green Man Gaming that often anymore, but they had some interesting ones. We'll look at that in a second. But they always have some seemingly ridiculous sales. Ancestors looked interesting to me. Got kind of like a vibe from like Spore, like when you're at that like tribal stage from it. Grand Theft Auto 5. Actually, never played that. It's been out for so long and so popular, but I kind of got burned out on Grand Theft Auto. I played like Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City and San Andreas and some of 4, but it was just like, that's enough, just open world gangster type games. So there's more on that, but I thought this one was interesting. So build your own bundle, 4 games for $1. And these are just the featured ones, I guess. I think there's more. A lot of them, unfortunately, are out of stock now. But, you know, you can still pick up, like, Magica and, let's see. I'm not sure what that one is, but I'm kind of interested in seeing. Serial Cleaner, Dead Age, The Black Death. It's kind of like a, I think that's multiplayer, like open world multiplayer, medieval thing where you gotta, it's super hard and you're likely to die, but you have to like kind of like work together with different professions and stuff that you pick. My basket has expired. Typical basket, but I did try putting 4 of these games in it, and it did give me them for 25 cents. I didn't go through with purchasing it, but I could see in my cart. Oh, here's all that's left, I guess. So, I don't know. It was an interesting deal. Maybe if you don't like these, keep an eye out for it in the future, but even if you're moderately interested in some of these, you can't beat getting it for $1. And then, okay, we'll put in a random thing. Will be January 1st, 1988 today. That sounds right. Well, I just pick a random date each time that I'm sure will be more than old enough. Well, I'm not crazy about it so far, how it looks. Okay, I changed my mind on it. I'm not really sold. I don't know. I'll keep going. Alright, a 10th anniversary sale of Machine Games. So, just by the name, I actually wasn't sure what games they made, but they make all the new Wolfenstein games. And I guess they bought the rights to these ones as well. Maybe they got the rights and did the work for updating them to play on modern computers. Because if they were the original companies, then, you know, this should be a lot longer than a 10-year anniversary. But, you know, a lot of those are half off and stuff. And they're all pretty good. They're not super amazing, but they're fun little shooters. Linear shooters, most of them. If not all. I haven't actually played Youngblood, so I'm not sure. But I've played most of the rest of these. Played a little bit of that back in the day. Definitely not all of it. I haven't played Spear of Destiny. I'm not sure. Back in the day, my grandpa got these for me, and I played them at his house when I went over. Definitely played a lot of this. It's a fun game. Oh, and that's just all of them combined, I guess. Alright, have so long to explore it and find things, and then you have to start over. You have to eventually unravel a mystery or something. I mostly know about it because my friend played it and really enjoyed it and was telling me about it. So, that's pretty cool. It looks interesting. It looks fun. If you've played that, let me know how it is. Got Titanfall 2, and that's gotten really good. A ton of really good reviews on Steam. So hopefully releasing on Steam has helped it, because Titanfall 1 and 2 are both really fun, and were pretty, I don't know, underappreciated when they came out both times. So, and this one actually is a campaign, so I'm assuming since it's out on Steam and there's so many reviews that the multiplayer actually has a lot of people playing again, but even just for the campaign, it's pretty fun. That's like $10. But it seems like all the EA games are just constantly on sale on Steam now, so here's the Worms franchise weekend. So a lot of Worm games. I think I played maybe that most recently. It's a pretty simple but a pretty fun little formula that they've got going for a long time. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. It's fun couch co-op. I assume you can probably play the newer ones online as well, but I haven't purchased a Worms game in ever, I don't think. I've just played them because other people had them. Cat lateral damage. I haven't actually played this, but I don't know. I assume it's kind of like there's Octodad and Binding of Isaac and something. I don't know what that says. Goat Simulator. Yeah, I kind of equate it to kind of Goat Simulator, where you just kind of run around and interacting with things and messing stuff up. But I haven't actually played it, so I can't say for certain. Remastered. That's pretty good. But it's like $2.50 right now, if you want to try it out. Noire Complete Edition is $9. Just the base game is $7. I played just the tiniest bit of this, but I've seen some gameplay and heard really good things about it. Let's see. Yeah, very positive. Wow, that is a ton of reviews. 17,000. I remember all the gamer poop videos on YouTube where they just make them say different things and cut scenes out of order and play some other stuff to make it some funny I don't know, situations in it for a video. Steam has Day of the Girl sale, so a lot of female protagonist games in here, which I think the only one I've actually played is Tacoma, and that was a pretty interesting one, just exploring an old space station and finding clues and stuff and recordings of what happened to its crew. But yeah, I haven't actually played any of these other ones, but they're all on really good sale right now if you want to look into them or have an interest in any of them. I've never played a lot of them, but I've seen this one pop up a few times. Definitely seen Epistory, Typing Chronicles. Thinking that one sounded interesting. I've seen Her Story a lot. Gone Home, I've seen a lot. So, some interesting games in there. cutscene that takes you back to like the first game. That's pretty cool. Or maybe it was during. No, I think it's like even before the first game, like during Rapture, getting messed up. Interesting. So that's cool. I remember liking that. Then you got the remasters of the first two. I never played that one. I don't think I even finished the second one. I got pretty deep into it, but I don't know, it just felt not as compelling. Like the combat was fun, but less story, if I remember correctly. But I beat the other two and they're great. And I know people like the second one too. Moving on here. This isn't video games, but is a cool bundle of World of Warcraft's books. A lot of them for pretty cheap. You know, I would do this, but I don't really like reading ebooks. But I feel like I would like these books. I read this Arthas one last year, I think, and that was good. I mean, you know, the Warcraft 3 story is solid. I think if you, I don't know, if you played it and know the lore, there's not a whole lot new that'll come out of this, just a little bit. It follows the plot of the game and the dialogue pretty closely. So it won't be groundbreaking, but it was told pretty well. But yeah, I want a bundle. I don't know, I want some kind of bundle service, and it may exist. I haven't really looked into it, but with cool bundles like this that, you know, obviously it would be more expensive than for ebooks, but you get the physical books. So if it was a physical book bundle of Warhammer 40k or Warhammer Fantasy or World of Warcraft books, I would be all over that. I would definitely buy that. But if you guys know that something like that exists, point me in the right direction there. But if you do like ebooks, then this would be great for you. Oh look, that's interesting. The World of Warcraft pop-up book, and it says get the physical book for $20. How does that work? To have a coupon for it or something? Only $20. Well, yeah, with this code and coupon. Interesting. Cinematic art. Cool. Alright, moving on to an actual game bundle is the Let's Fight bundle. Stick Fight the game is so fun. Yeah, either local or online, 2 to 4 players. It is just crazy, wacky, physics-based games. Just fighting. And it's so fun. I really enjoy this. Just because, I don't know, there's so much just randomness and physics stuff, craziness, and the maps are interesting that, I don't know, there's a lot of randomness, so even someone that's played it a lot, I don't feel like has that much of a huge advantage over new people trying it out. But, so everybody can have a good time is what I'm getting at. Got Absolver, Overgrowth. Never actually heard of this Grim Eclipse one. Injustice 2. And that's a pretty cheap bundle. The max tier is only $10. But I mostly just like the stick fight game out of this. That's like the simplest one. But for $1, still worth it. Games with Xbox Gold. Right now we have Slayaway Camp, which I've never heard of. Sphinx, which I've never played, but I do remember seeing this, cover art and sale Rambles. But seems really cool. Apparently has co-op all the way through its campaign too, so I'm gonna wait until it comes down a little bit. Maybe in like the Steam Winter Sale or something. And maybe give that a shot. Speaking of World of Warcraft from the books, it just reminded me of so was it this Tuesday? I think their changes to leveling and character progression and the level squish are gonna happen in World of Warcraft. And but the actual next expansion got pushed back until an undetermined point later this year, which I was looking forward to playing it, but I don't actually mind, because I kind of did everything I needed to do in the current expansion and got caught up, so I might check out the leveling. Apparently they changed that up a lot, but I think I'll enjoy having some time to play some other games in the meantime. Game of Thrones board game. Let's see what some top sellers. I have Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I've heard some good things about it so far, but I don't know, having an early access of a story-driven RPG just seems weird to me, so I'm just gonna wait until it actually comes out in full. Blocked all its screenshots. But, yeah, I don't want to just play like a random chunk of the story right now. I'd rather just come back and be able to enjoy the entire thing in a polished state. Alright, anything else? Raft. We got that Warhammer 2 on sale that we saw earlier. A lot of this is probably going to be dominated by the Sega sales. We've seen a lot of these in our previous things we looked at. Elite Dangerous is on sale though, 75%. Alien Isolation. Amnesia Rebirth, is that out? No, October 20th. Interesting. That'll be out in time for Halloween as well. I'm interested to see how that does. Amnesia is a fun series. The Viking Way, medieval trading. Let's take a look at that. I haven't heard of that. Cruising around with your little Viking fleet. Hope it's like a little sandbox. Sail, explore, trade, build a fleet. Oh, got that boarding ship part there. Huh. Yeah, this kind of definitely has a Mountain Blade vibe to it. That's pretty cool. I hadn't heard of this before. Is he actually, let's see, you actually equipping? Yeah, looks like it. And they're each like named too. Well, that one says Map Agent, so that's not a very good name for him to have, but that one says Eric. That is pretty cool. I might have to try that out. Combat definitely looks not as interesting or polished as Mountain Blade, I would say, but it looks interesting. That has some like arrows and catapults and stuff firing, although it looked like catapult big projectiles Viking ships. So, I don't know. So yeah, I might have to... October 10th. Oh, it just came out into early access like literally yesterday. Yeah, I'll have to give that a shot actually. That's not that expensive. Cool. I really like when I find something I haven't seen before that I'm interested in while doing these videos. What is it? The Viking Way. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna put that over here for me to look into later. Let's see what else. We'll do one more page here and see. Condemned. Remember that? Like PS2 back in the day. I think that one got a lot of flack for being violent. I'll do one more. Mortally Dangerous. Aliens, Colonial Marines. Jet Set Radio is a bug. Alright, we'll move on here to the Build Your Own Bundle. Bandai Namco. They have some pretty good games, but they've been mean to me in the past on YouTube. Anytime I try to make a game or like a YouTube video for one of their games, they always content claimed it. Even one on this channel that had no audio whatsoever, it was just visuals. I think this is like a World War I interesting one. Has a weird, like, I don't know, oil painting art style, kind of. I think I have this from a prior sale or bundle or something. I should try it out. I enjoy history and World War I's interesting. Little Nightmares is fun. Got some of these Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse ones. I haven't actually played that. But I think the fighting is very similar to the Kakarot one I played recently. Ni no Kuni. Kinda wanted to play that at some point. So, a few interesting games in here. You can get them, I don't know, if you end up buying a lot, you get a big percentage off. Honor and Glory sale. What is this? That sounds like what I like. Mordhaus in here, all the Witcher games. Gloria Victus. For Honor. Chivalry. Does anyone actually play Chivalry anymore? We used to have this in like a LAN party rotation of games that we would play. But the last few times we tried to play it, which granted has been a few years now, but there wasn't like anyone playing it. Kingdoms Come, Deliverance. I need to play that still. Working my way there. It was gonna be next up on the rotation after Greedfall, but then Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon came out, and I'm back playing that and enjoying it. Pathfinder Kingmaker is a lot of fun. How much are the DLC? Maybe I will buy some of these DLC and revisit that. I know there's other campaigns. I've done a lot of the original Kingmaker one, but I haven't actually done any of the others. Maybe I'll do that. Life is Feudal, Grim Dawn, I've heard really good things about. That's on good sale right now. If you like Diablo, action RPG type gameplay. Blood Rage. Lord of the Rings. The card game is pretty fun. It has a lot of little adventures you can do. Single player with sales on some of them, but mostly just a lot of demos and a lot of live streams to show them off. So a lot of these, it's a good way to see what's upcoming. Like, I didn't know about this upcoming Stronghold series games that's like more Mongol themed and stuff. But you can try a demo of that. I've tried one, Aerospace 2 I didn't know about. Where was it? There was one that the demo is very limited for. Here we go. I tried Builders of Egypt. The demo doesn't have a lot of this interesting stuff in it. It had a very basic building chain, but it's trying to kind of do the same thing, like, you know, the Pharaoh and Cleopatra old city builder games. But really, this just made me want to play those. And what is it called? There is actually, I mean, I have an itch to play these again, and they are on here, and I bet they'd be fun. But they're coming out with that. There's like a remake, remaster of those games, and with like this interesting animation style and like pretty much the same graphics, but maybe a little bit more HD and polished. And yeah, just like a remastering of it. So I might wait for this, because hopefully that's true and it's actually coming soon. Oh, this is coming in 2021. I don't know. Can I wait that long? I kind of feel like playing the OG games, but would it make sense? Would it make sense to buy that and play it, and then play this when it comes out? But we'll see. Because I do really want to play the Pharaoh games again. But yeah, a lot of cool upcoming things here. Warfheim, the new Cyanide and Happiness. I read those comics and their videos and stuff a lot.